Most insurance agents waste 80% of their time chasing prospects that will never buy. I know, because I did it for years. Then I discovered this one exercise that changed everything for me. One thing that should be done before you make a single phone call, single email, any kind of piece of content. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that exercise is and how you can dominate your niche in 2025. So let's get started. But before we do, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to share, subscribe, and like the channel below so others can find the same valuable content we're getting ready to show you. For more than a decade now, I've been building insurance niches from scratch, learning the hard way, making all the mistakes. I built the flood insurance guru from scratch all the way back to 2018. I didn't have a single lead or anything like that, and I had to find a way to generate leads. And I made a lot of mistakes. So one of the mistakes is understanding who my ideal customer is, also called an ICP of what we're going to call it today. In today's video, I'm going to show you an exercise of understanding what is an ideal customer profile or an ICP, why you need it to be the go-to expert in your market. Let me tell you what happened when I did not have an ideal customer profile. I was posting videos every day through YouTube. I was posting videos through Facebook, all these different socials. I was writing articles, doing podcasts. Nothing was happening. Why was that? Because I was trying to speak to everyone. And remember what we say, when we try to speak to everyone, we speak to no one. However, when I made this correction and I went back to the drawing board to figure out, okay, who is it that I want to speak to? That's when things started to change for me. And understand who is my ideal customer. And we're talking about an ideal customer profile. What I like to do is give it a name. We'll call it John. We'll call it Sally. And we're talking about ideal customer profile here. What we're talking about could be interests, could be behaviors, demographics, all kinds of stuff that can be in there. In fact, in the description of this video down below, you can use our GPT that we built for you as our insurance target audience builder to help you build your ideal customer profile. But before getting into any of that content, you want to understand, not just who is my customer, what drives them to make a decision, what drives them not to make a decision, what are their pain points, what are their fears, what are their interests and their behaviors. And there's a few different reasons for this. First of all, when you start working on your content, whether it's a blog, whether it's a video, you're going to start speaking specifically to this audience. For example, I'll tell you right here, if you are a real estate agent in the Birmingham, Alabama area who sells more than 30 homes a year, then this video is for you. You see how I just spoke directly to somebody? That's just one prime example of how you could use this here. And what it does is it lets other people know that the video is not for them. That respects their time. They may be more willing to come back. But that's just kind of one example how you should be speaking to your audience on camera. Same thing when you're writing an article. You want to tell people exactly what they're going to be getting, whether it's AI, Google, or customer experience. They want to know right off the bat before they spend all this time reading it. You don't want to clickbait there. But in understanding this ideal customer profile, understanding what their demographics are, their behavior, the interest, the websites you're visiting, there's a few different reasons for this as well. From an organic standpoint, when you're working on your messaging, this is going to help you dial things in. People are going to know that not only are you the go-to expert, you are the go-to expert for them. It's going to help them understand, hey, they're speaking to me. They know how I feel. They've been through it. Example, for me, when I built the flood insurance guru, I bought a house in a flood zone. It was a disaster. So I spent more than a decade helping homeowners and real estate investors avoid the same thing I went through. You see, I have been there and I was trying to help them get through that as well. And when you're building your ideal customer profile, this may be something you want to look at. Maybe it's a passion. Maybe it's a pain point you've had. And that's why you like working with that ideal customer segment. That's what we find a lot by working with insurance agencies across the country and help them build their niche. So you want to think about this as you're building out this ideal customer profile. And you have all these different things together. Typically what we do, we recommend putting them into a Google Doc, putting them into some kind of document, some kind of file, so that you and your team always know who the ideal customer profile is. Now, is this ideal customer profile going to be stationary? No, it can always be changing. For example, income levels could be changing. Behaviors could be changing, especially with where AI is going. Maybe our ideal customers spend more time on ChatGPT than they do Google. That may not have been the case a year ago. So this is always going to be changing. But in doing this one exercise, I'm building this ideal customer profile. I don't know if there's a book called The Dream 100 that you can go find maybe on Amazon, but this is a good way to start. Read that book. Use the things you learn from that book in building your ideal customer profile. You can also reach out to us. If the GPT is not good enough for you, we can help you work on your ideal customer profile. You should be using this for things like your YouTube channel, your website, your socials, and just remember, hey, when I write a piece of content, when I'm shooting a video like this, who am I shooting it for? What's the goal of the video? What's the pain point? All these different things before you sit down and shoot. You could have 10 different ideal customer profiles. There's nothing wrong with that. It depends on who you serve. For me, we have about 5 different ones. On Niche Your Business side, we have about 3 different ones. Some of my other companies, typically 3 to 5. And so what happens is whenever I'm writing a piece of content, for example, on the flood side, for a homeowner, pain points are going to be different than a real estate investor. A homeowner may be more worried about their mortgage. A real estate investor may be more worried about profit per door. A real estate agent might be more worried about closing deals. Same thing with a lender. You see the different pain points here, the segmentation here of understanding these things. Just like when an email comes into you, someone wants to get a quote from you, segmenting these things right off the bat. So maybe you have an automatic email that goes back, or a text that goes back, or a video that they watch. It's built just for them. But you're able to do that because you knew your ideal customer profile. And in building this out, you could store this in your CRM, but you want to make sure you put it somewhere where your team has access to it. One of the reasons for this is going to go back and also hold you accountable. Hey, are we targeting our ideal customer profile, or are we just putting content out there to put content? Remember, we want to think about impact versus activity when building that customer profile. Now, when building your customer profile, there are some great resources out there on target audience building, helping you build it. SparkToro is a great one. I'll even put the link down in the description of this video. There's no kind of affiliate or anything like that. It's just something I've used in the past that's helped really good. The gentleman here created Moz many years ago. He's done a phenomenal job with SparkToro. But before you go and create any piece of content, that's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down and understand who is it that you serve. Because I'm going to tell you, 80% of the people in the insurance industry do not know who they serve. And that is what sets us up from failure so quickly, is we don't know who we serve. We don't know what we should be doing. And then when we don't see either the revenue numbers come in, the customer satisfaction scores come in, we want to know why. Well, it's because we don't know who we're serving. I want to say thank you for watching today's video. And also, you can keep watching the video here on target audience if you want to do a deeper dive there before reaching out to us. I've also got my email and our website down in the description of this video, and we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in our next video. I'm Chris with Niche Your Business. Thank you.